on the heels of Portland, Oregon, and the super soldiers effing around and finding out, it seems like Kash Patel has finally got off his rear end and decided to do his job. The left is absolutely melting down as he just fired an FBI agent for displaying a pride flag. Amazing. Amazing. This is what I voted for. He also has gone nuclear on the FBI's connection to the ADL and the SPLC. Again, this is what I voted for. And I'm wondering what took him so long. I'm wondering what took him so long. But he's finally here. We're here on the Jeremy Hambley channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe or follow down below. It's my personal channel where I can be a little more spicy and a little bit more me. Lord knows if you were hanging out with me last night, I turned the spice level up. I don't know what I would call the spice level. It certainly was more than caliente. The Scoville units were very high. They were so high that at some point my wife came down and told me to chill out. So like, you know, but anyway, I want to first we talk about, here we go. Kash Patel fires FBI agent trainee for displaying a gay pride flag. Leave a like on the video if that's what you voted for. You know, that's what I voted for. That's exactly what I voted for. No more of this bullshit in the FBI or the CIA, or, I mean, if you're not going to abolish the FBI, at least make it not, you know, woke. FBI Director Kash Patel on Wednesday fired an agent for training for displaying an LGBTQ pride flag on his desk while appointed to a field office in California last year, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. The trainee, who previously worked as an FBI support specialist in LA, received a letter dated October 1st and signed by Kash Patel, claiming that he had displayed an improper political message in the workplace during his assignment in California under President Joe Biden, according to a copy of the letter shared with MSNBC. What I think is hilarious about this is all the people who are probably inside the FBI ratting these dorks out. You know what I mean? There's probably a ton of people in the FBI who hated this woke stuff. I know, honestly, for a fact, there are members of the FBI that watch my show as fans. Why? Because they've emailed me and they've told me they're not all woke idiots. On multiple occasions, I've received emails from people from their official FBI email addresses. And I'm like, what's this? And they're like, yo, I'm a fan of the show. We're not all woke idiots. So I'm sure that there's a lot of people who don't deal with this crap, but haven't been able to, speak up about it. And those times are different. The letter cited President Donald Trump's Article 2 powers under the Constitution to dismiss federal agency career personnel, a justification used in several recent firings at the Department of Justice and the FBI. The terminations are currently being challenged by several lawsuits. Why would these people even want to work for the FBI? Here's the truth about it, right? There's a lot of people out there who would ask that question. Why do these people even want to work for the FBI? The FBI's targeting LGBTQs and doing all this other nonsense. Well, it's because they know that it gives them control. They know that it gives them control. They are there to subvert and be a part of the FBI, to control it, change it, infect it from the inside. That's the reality. After reviewing the facts and the circumstances and considering your probationary status, I've determined that you've exercised poor judgment with an inappropriate display of political signage in your work area during your previous assignment. And I mean, he's going all the way back. He's going all the way back to a year ago and firing people. I mean, you absolutely love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. You're being summarily dismissed from your position as a new agent trainee at the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia, and removed from federal service. Get wrecked. None of that crap at work. Now, will they, if they want to display that stuff on their own time, I guess okay, but I still think I would, I still think I would probably not be hiring those people, because the FBI should be apolitical. They shouldn't be having, in addition to connections, say, with the ADL. Kash Patel, here's the FBI, the Keystone here. Kash Patel cuts all FBI ties with the ADL. Let me ask you this. A lot of you are going to ask this question. What the hell? Why did he have any connection to the ADL in the first place? Why did the FBI have any connections whatsoever to the ADL in the first place? Good question. I think that's a question that needs to be asked and answered. But more importantly, Kash has cut all ties with the ADL. By the way, who funds the ADL and the SPLC? Who funds them? FBI Director Kash Patel ended the Bureau's longstanding relationship with the ADL, the prominent civil rights group that has worked with law enforcement to combat anti-Semitism and extremism. Really, the only thing the ADL actually tries combating is people who are anti-woke. I've never seen them really come out and do, protect Jewish people from just about anything. I've seen them cancel right-wingers before for criticizing Israel. And again, Jewish people out there do actually face cases. There was a guy that literally went to a synagogue yesterday and tried to take out a bunch of them and did successfully take out several. I'm not going to pretend like there aren't people that hate Jewish people just because they're Jewish. I don't have any issue with Jewish people. I don't care for Israel. I don't care for any foreign government meddling in my government in America or owning any of my politicians. Saudi Arabia or Israel, okay, or Qatar. Now, his announcement came after the ADL faced right-wing backlash for its web pages on Christian identity movement and Turning Point USA, the group founded by slain MAGA activist Charlie Kirk. Patel did not elaborate why the FBI was severing ties with the organization now. His announcement came on the eve of the holiest day of the Jewish calendar, Yom Kippur. I don't know what Yom Kippur is. If one of my Jewish viewers can explain it to me, I don't know. I keep saying that, and I know that it's like a holy day for them, but I don't know. Is it like our Christmas? I don't know. Because they have Hanukkah, right? I don't know. James Comey also wrote love letters to the ADL and embedded FBI agents with them, a group that ran disgraceful ops spying on America. He also severed all ties with the SPLC. Now, I'm assuming there's some sort of like back alley, backdoor funding that comes from the FBI to work with these organizations. Hopefully that obviously is cut off. But, the SPLC and the ADL haven't done any good work in my entire lifetime. Someone in chat just said, Jeremy, it looks like he's losing weight. Yes, I'm down 31 pounds, but I need to ramp it up. Need to get down 50 by Christmas. Kash Patel also cut all ties to the Southern Poverty Law Center, a storied civil rights group that hasn't done jack crap in the last 50 years. The separation of the latest example of Trump administration turning away from civil rights watchdogs by branding them as partisan and discriminatory. They are partisan and discriminatory. They are partisan discriminatory. Has the SPLC or the ADL ever canceled a left-winger? Actual general question. I don't believe they have. I don't believe, not in my lifetime, I haven't seen them. What was the ADL real vocal about all those protesters on campus, or the SPLC? I don't believe so. Does the SPLC or the ADL report on anti-white crimes? Because those happen all the time. They are both absolute leftist shill organizations. And while it took Kash a while to get off the couch, I'm glad that he's been unleashed. And this is just a start. I want to see anybody who's ideologically driven purged from the FBI, CIA, all these. I want any money flowing to these organizations cut. And I'm happy that Kash is, I'm starting to be a little happier with Kash Patel. He's got a lot of work to do, especially, I'd like to see those Jeffrey files at some point, but this is a great start.